Good morning. Here is the Friday morning update. Got a lot of progress made yesterday. Got these spacers right here, these things, turned down and installed. I'm lucky I've got a guy with a motorcycle shop next door who let me work on his lathe for a while and got those made. There was some question, in my mind anyway, about how to install them. One thought was to weld it to the frame right here. Another thought was to weld it to the bracket right here. But my guy at Palco said, nah, just stuff them in there and let the bolt hold them. So that's what we did. So with that done, the frame and the motor and all of that is all finally kind of in place. Went ahead and got the rear bolts torqued down, and I don't have it installed right now, but that only leaves getting something sorted for this top mount. The stock mount that kind of fits in here and goes up that way, you know, from here up to here, is about 3/4, maybe an inch shy of hitting this, so we just got to get some spacers or something and get that figured out. So anyway, but the big progress last night was I got the mounting bolt or the bungs for the tank installed up on top. And I just got this new TIG welder a few weeks ago, and that's a first for me. So I kind of cheated. I thought, because what I had was, I'll put up a picture. I got these bungs from TC Bros cycles, and you know they're kind of like a mushroom, and so I got the holes drilled out and dropped them in. By the way, quick aside, one of the things I noticed here is that my stepped bit, I bought these cheapos at Harbor Freight. Notice the one in the middle is a little short. That's the one I used, but it was too long and it was bottoming out in the frame tube, so I ended up having to grind off the tip to get the hole big enough. Oh well, this whole pack I think cost me $13 or something, so whatever. Anyway, so I got the bungs installed. I welded around it and then went to work with the grinder and ground it down. It came out pretty good. Couple little spots in there that I might, if I get motivated, I might go back and touch up and fill in with a little bit of weld, but I mean, they're tiny, and it's probably fine. So that's the way those went in, and here's what the tank looks like when you mount it. Just like that. The mounting holes came out perfect. The only thing I might come back and do is hit them with a little chamfer on the inside, because getting the bolts started can kind of be a chore. My wife says this tank looks like an ant head. Well, forget her. What does she know about motorcycles anyway? The only thing that's a little bit of a trick here, the way this is a Palco tank, by the way. I mocked up where the fuel valves go, and it's a little. I mean, you got a thing where you want it as far forward as possible, because if you see, there's like a bend in the frame, and I wanted this mount to be on this, on the forward side of the bend, and not try to cross that over, and that puts the outlets pretty snug to the front cylinder head. And so I tried to, that was sort of my objective here, is to get these in, and I might end up turning these back just a little bit, and there's a petcock on either side, and then so I'm going to run them together and have a T, and then that'll go into the carb, and so we got a little bit of sorting to do there. I think this should work, and I think this is going to clear the carb and the air cleaner, I hope. We'll just, if push comes to shove, we'll just have to figure something out. But I think we're good. We'll find out. Anyway, that's the update for the weekend. By the way, I got this. I got a bunch of pipe and a bunch of and a big saw that I'm going to use to chop it up. And the whole goal of this weekend is to spend some time figuring out how to TIG weld my exhaust, because I'm going to make the exhaust from scratch. I'm going to use a pie cut technique, a bunch of angles TIGged together to make the curves, but I need a little more practice time with this new welder to get the welds to look halfway decent. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, that's my update. Have a good weekend.